Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a kind of Q&A and answering why I decided after 10 years to go from vegan to, I guess, kind of like pescatarian, you'd say now. So I decided to start eating fish and eggs again. Not meat at the moment. Not too sure if I will. I might. I'm not too sure. I think it'd be a bit harsh on my stomach, and I'm still a bit grossed out by it, to be honest. But definitely not dairy. I fully just do not believe in dairy. Dairy is so inflammatory for everybody. Baby cow's milk is just a no for me. If I go into why I went vegan in the first place. So I kind of answered this in my Q&A video in the last video that I did. I basically went vegan after I had quite a serious motocross accident, and it was for quite surface level reasons at first. I wanted to lose a bunch of weight quickly, so I did it. I don't even think I lost a bunch of weight that quickly, but I just kept up with it. There were definitely some challenges within it. The biggest one being, when I was vegan, being protein. I used to get that a lot. You're not getting enough protein, you can't get as much protein from plant sources and stuff as much as animal products. And I think when you're vegan, you fully don't agree with that. But it's true. You can't. And you would have to be eating so many like beans and seeds and nuts to be able to keep up as much protein as you would if you're having like one serving of animal protein a day. My body, after a certain amount of time, begun to crave it. So yeah, like I said, it worked for me for 10 years, and I just started feeling like really off. I can't explain it. I'm trying to rejig my hormones at the moment, and that definitely had a big part to play. I read somewhere that incorporating animal products back into your diet can be one way which you can stimulate your hormones again. My birth control, I can't change it at the moment, and that might be why. That's a whole nother story, but I am willing to try anything I can in order to make them feel good again. So after I read that, I really couldn't get it out of my head, and I just was feeling lethargic and tired and not good. At first, my vegan diet gave me loads of life and vitality and vibrance, and I guess after a while that just kind of went. And 80% of people who go vegan or vegetarian go back to eating animal products or meat, which is a crazy stat. That's 4 out of 5 people. And I watched this podcast. I listened to this podcast on the Ed Milet show, actually, with a super smart, I'll link it down below actually, but super smart nutritionist. And he was saying how one serving of fish, seafood, a week gives you as much DHA as you need. You would literally have to be eating chia and hemp seeds all day to get your right amount of serving of DHA, which is an essential component to help us focus, be in a better mood, less tired. So that really resonated with me as well, because I get distracted very easily. And yeah, just hearing that stat, I have always struggled to eat a load of nuts and seeds because of my IBS. And just that stat alone, I was like, damn, am I really missing out on something here? So yeah, it was all those things combined, and it's been good. The first thing I had was eggs. Bear in mind also, my whole life have never liked eggs or fish. They were the two foods when I was younger, eggs, fish, and mushrooms, that I just hated. Like, I think my mum gave me like an egg mayo sandwich once, and I never recovered from like it. And I just forever was like triggered by eggs. Fish, I've just never liked it. Seafood, I've just never liked it. And mushrooms, irrelevant, but never liked them. But I like all 3 of them now, so it goes to show that my parents used to say as well, when you get older, you'll find foods that you like, and you'll like the things you don't. And I was like, shut up, no I won't. But they were right. So yeah, the first meal I had was scrambled eggs. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of weird, but I didn't mind it. Very eggy, obviously, but when you haven't had animal products in so long, that kind of like fragrance is quite strong and quite intense. And then the next time I had an omelette in a sandwich, which was nice because it broke it up with the vegetables and the bread. Like, it wasn't just one texture. And then the next time I had a piece of salmon and made that with, oh my gosh, I can't remember now. Oh, I had it in a wrap, which was also nice because I had some quinoa in there, and Vegetables was like a poke wrap, so lots of different nice textures. And then I had sushi, which was quite a big deal because raw fish, going from not eating fish to raw fish is like a lot. Like people who eat fish, like a lot of them don't like raw fish. So, but yeah, I really liked it. California roll is my new shit. I love it. And then from then on, I've just been eating, scrambled eggs. I had it in a bowl last night actually. And then fillets of salmon. And I will definitely progress onto more. And like I've just been having like with my baking, I've been putting eggs in instead of flax eggs. But I'm really liking it so far. Yeah, I will say the first like 2 or 3 times it caused me to have quite bad acid reflux, which I haven't had in a very long time. So that is something to watch out for if you are looking to reintroduce animal products back into your diet. I was expecting that from meat, but not fish and eggs. But I did some research and yeah, like apparently it happens quite a lot. Do I regret it? No. I think that our bodies change and have a cycle naturally, you know, whether that's hormonal for females or your tastes just change or you're just getting older so your body needs something different. I was somebody who was like, I remember in college, like me and my really good friend Lexi, we actually FaceTimed the other night and we were saying how if you'd have told us in college we'd have changed back to eating fish, eggs, meat, we would have been like, you're crazy, this is my life, like I love this. Like we truly believed that we were never not going to be vegan. And it just, it does go to show that shit happens, things change, and I absolutely do not regret going vegan. It taught me so much. It gave me so much more compassion in a really weird way, because I used to eat a lot of meat when I was younger, and it just helped me eat, I think, more ethically, sustainably. Even things like, because I had to appreciate fruits and vegetables so much more, like now I know what's in season and I really appreciate what they do for my body and how they nourish me, and I know a lot more about food because I had to change my ways of eating. That's not to say, you know, I would recommend it to everybody. Everybody is so different and I wouldn't not recommend it. It's totally something that you need to decide for yourself, and if you try it and you don't like it or your body's telling you no, just go back. Like it's not that big of a deal. I had a bunch of you guys message me like, you know, I feel bad about it and I feel like I'm going to be judged if I tell people who had already done it and gone back. And guys, no, like it's your body, it's your life, it's your decisions, and you're doing what's best for you, and that's all that matters. You know, I'm not saying be selfish and fucking scorched earth policy, burn the world, but if you're going back and you're still eating in, you know, sustainable ways, that's all that matters. You know, if you're only getting organic eggs or ethically sourced fish, like you're not getting fish from fish farm, like even vitamin wise, there is a huge difference between farm fed fish and wild fish, like huge difference. Not just like I said on an ethical level, price level, but nutrition level. I would say my number one thing to come out of this is fully don't judge yourself if you go back. Like it's not your identity, especially with diet culture nowadays. If you're vegan, it's like, oh yeah, like I'm vegan, and I know that's a stereotypical thing that's like, oh, like I'm vegan, and you gotta tell everyone you're vegan, and it's like, but whether you're vegan, keto, paleo, you do intermittent fasting, anything, like it's like, oh yeah, I am this, and it's not your identity. You can change. I'm gonna get into some questions now. You guys sent me a bunch. I put some on my Instagram because I wanted to be able to help in the best way I can with this. Ethical concerns, lack of thereof, do you feel guilty? I mean, like the first time I had the salmon fillet, it sounds so dumb, but I was like to my boyfriend, I had it and then I felt a bit sick after, and I was like, I just ate a fish. That's somebody's daughter or son. Like that might be somebody's mum or dad. Like, and I actually got super upset. It sounds so stupid to I guess somebody who's never not eaten animal products for a length of time. But yeah, I full on was like, oh my gosh, I have this thing inside of me that somebody's mother, daughter, sister. But I got over it pretty quickly, to be honest with you. And if you do it and you don't align with it and you do feel too guilty, that's fine. Go back. Yeah, I haven't really felt the guilt because I know, like I said before, I know the way I'm still eating is sustainable and it's healthy. Like I know I still go get my produce at the farmer's market whenever I can. So I reduce my plastic consumption. So I'm buying from local. So like I'll try and buy seasonal fruits and vegetables. Like I know I'm doing my best still. I will not buy battery eggs or farm-fed fish. So I know I'm doing my best while serving my needs. I think as long as you're doing it in a way that minimizes that guilt, then that goes away. Will you ever eat pizza again? Already did, bro, already did. But I will never eat dairy again. Like, the FDA legally allows 5% pus in a litre of milk, so that alone was enough to put me off for life. And yeah, I wouldn't touch dairy again. But pizza, oh my gosh, yeah, hit me up. Vegan cheese, no cheese, hit me up with it. So I had quite a lot of people asking me about my period with going vegan, and quite a few people said they lost their period when they went vegan. I genuinely can't answer that question because I have been on birth control, which makes me not have my period. I actually don't know, and I'd be super interested when I come off this birth control to find that out. If you could let me know your experiences, send me a DM on Instagram, comment below. Like, I'd be super interested in actually knowing how many people this has affected, or any ways which girls have helped get it back. Yeah, I would actually love to know, so please let me know that. Which way is healthier, vegan or plant-based? I think that's wholly up to the individual. Everybody's body's different, needs different things, depends what you want to do. Vegan for me was healthier, I guess, for a while. But now plant-based is because my body's physically telling me that. I don't think you can answer that question. That's not binary. Please do another what you eat in a day now that you're not vegan. I definitely will. I tend to, at the moment, this is also a good tip when you're reintroducing the product back in. I'm having fish or eggs, if I have it in a day, only once, just for like the first month or so, just so my body gets used to it and not overwhelmed because of that acid reflux I was experiencing and feeling a little bit sick afterwards. So what I eat in a day, it would be probably one or the other, but I definitely will. I 100% will. And the ways I am liking to do them without it being too much. When we had sushi the other night, my boyfriend told me to eat a piece of raw tuna and it wouldn't be too bad. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, I'll give it a try. And I had it and it was awful. So I know I'm not doing that again. So there's obviously like certain extremes that you don't have to do. It's easier ways to incorporate it back in. Bloating differences. I actually haven't experienced any, to be honest. I thought I would, but the acid reflux, but I didn't get the IBS symptoms with it, which I normally do. If I have acid reflux, it's normally because I've eaten something which has triggered my stomach or whatever, but no. Will you be still sharing vegan content? Yes, absolutely. I still love vegan food. I think it's beautiful, some of the stuff you can make out of vegan food, honestly. I still plant-based, like my basis in my diet is still fruits and veggies because it gives me my most energy, because it gives me life, but it's just incorporating these animal products a few times a week, I'm 2 or 3 times at the moment, but maybe more in the future, just to give me that extra boost and energy. I really hope that helped, guys. I hope it helped answer some of your questions. Let me know if you have any more. You can always DM me. Follow me at JD Eats Fit on Instagram and TikTok. Subscribe if you haven't already, and give it a thumbs up if it helps you. And I will continue to document this journey because I think it's fascinating how our bodies change and adapt. And I'm super excited to see where it takes me. So